Hello, Paul Ellis from the RIC Group here. I'm going to give you a webinar on our warehouse management solution working with DA transfers with MYOB EXO. So the RIC Group was established in 2001 and we have customers including all over Australia, New Zealand, North America, Asia, Middle East and Africa. The majority of our customers are in distribution and manufacturing and what we would probably call discrete manufacturing. We've been a sponsor recently in the MYOB Enterprise Roadshow, and we work with the MYOB Enterprise partners in Australia and New Zealand. So why the RIC Group Warehouse Management Solution? It's also using new technology which allows customers to run on all environments. So it's agnostic. So you could be using rugged PDAs, you could be using tablet devices, and you can also be using PCs if needed. So it's bring your own device and using the warehouse management solution. It's got audits in real time. Our customers are able to use Power BI for business intelligence with our open database and our API. Not only that, it works with MYOB EXO and MYOB Advanced exactly the same, so the user interface is the same between ERPs. We use a web service for MYOB EXO and we use the API for MYOB Advanced. Please note we also have our own API. So the software runs on, as I said before, Android rugged devices, tablets using any operating system. And the RIC Group software is Australian made and Australian owned. So if you'd like to contact us for further information, please contact us at sales@thericgroup.com, our website, or visit our YouTube channel for all the videos that we put up. So let's get into it and I'll go through. And what I've got here is I've opened up MYOB EXO and I've got the stock transfer requests. So what I'd like to do is create a stock transfer request and then have the warehouse management solution pick that stock transfer request. By picking it, it should then go and put the stock transfer request in transit, and then the users can receive on the other end. So let's do that. So the warehouse management solution currently I've got now is set up for Sydney location. So what I want to do is do from and ship that to Brisbane. So if you like, our Brisbane location is making a request to ship stock. So let's choose the pressure. So I might just change that to 2, quantity 2, and save that. So again, I've made a stock transfer request to ship this air pressure from Sydney to Brisbane. So here we can see that request number 17, dated on today's date, the 28th, is making a request of shipping stock from Sydney to Brisbane location, and it's a new request. The status is a new request. Let's jump into the warehouse management solution. I have logged in, and what you'll see here is what we call Pick Pack Manager. And the Pick Pack Manager is the ability to release picks to the warehouse to create pick lists. So I could create wave picking if I'd like. I could create just release by certain lines or release by document. So we've created a complete architecture here for a pick pack manager that allows MYOB EXO users to release sales orders and DA transfers for picking. So here we can choose the date, but I'm going to choose direct transfers and then say find, and it's going to immediately look up MYOB EXO database and see that there's a new document number here, 17, which the user can release. So what I'll do is just select the box and then say release by document. I could also release by line. I know that it's only got one line, so I don't need to do that. So release by document. And if I go into the release tab, I can see document 17. There's been a pick ID 5956 created. So if I wanted to create multiple transfers into a wave pick or multiple sales orders into a wave pick, I can do that as well. So let's go into the picking screen. So this user has the zone called large pick, and what they have here is sales orders, and then I can notice here there's DA transfers to pick as well. So 5956 was the pick ID number. I can see that what we've done is put the name Brisbane, so I know that's the store that's requesting the goods. And in the instructions we've put DA transfer, so the warehouse management picker knows it's a DA transfer rather than a sales order, because that may mean that there's different shipping methods. So we can see here we've got the item, the release quantity, and if I click into the item to pick it manually, we have the item, the air pressure gauge, and we also have the quantity on hand. So note that we've got the quantity on hand 4926. Let's go back into EXO, open up this request, and we can see that the physical stock for that location, Sydney, or that warehouse, is 4926. So it's complete real time looking up the stock on hand for that item in that warehouse in that MYOB EXO at that current time. So what I want to do is just pick this item. So if I scan the item, it's going to increment and go into the audit, and if I click 2, it's going to be a manual add. So notice that in the audit here below for the picker, they can see which bin location they've picked it from, they can see the quantity as well. If I go back to pick order lines, we note that the pick quantity has now changed to green. So it's now telling the user that they've completely picked that line. And again, we can see the audit has the complete description, item, and a bin location, and also very important, date timestamp. Go back to pick order list. So what we have here is 2 options. We can have where the order is completely picked, then we can have an autocomplete, or we can have where the user clicks on complete, and that will send it back to the MYOB EXO database. So notice here we have a bit of a legend where we can say that when it's white, that no one's picked it, or no picker has started picking that. When it's yellow or orange, that it's in process of being picked, and when it's green, it's informing the user that this needs to be sent back to the ERP database. So let's click on complete and say OK. So now we've selected the transfer to pick, we've picked it, and we've now sent it back to MYOB EXO. So we can see here new request, document number 17. Let's refresh the screen and we can see status is now in transit, and we've got Sydney to Melbourne. Let's double click on that and we can see now that sent is now 2, and also the in transit quantity is now 2 as well. So the requested quantity was 2. Now we have gone and picked the DA transfer, the sent quantity, and in transit quantity is 2. So it's made sure that the items that have been picked for this stock transfer request have been done through the warehouse management solution to ensure accuracy and audibility. Of course, you can complete the process at the other end from the other warehouse by doing the receive process in MYOB EXO and going from there. So, if I just receive all, you'll see that it's now from in transit to receive, and then I can say process, and that will complete the DA transfer, and the users can go and complete that. So I can create new transfer requests using MYOB EXO. I can then pick that in the warehouse management solution by the RIC group, and then I can go back into MYOB EXO and complete that transfer request by doing a receive all when the users receive the goods at the other end. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for listening and appreciate your time, and please feel free to email us at sales@thericgroup.com if you have any further questions and you'd like documentation or any information on how it works with MYOB EXO. Appreciate your time.